What's up, guys? Welcome to
The Curtain Call Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to yet another episode of the Curtain Call Podcast.
Oh,
You're with me,
yes.
Kennedy Kithia.
And it's your girl Sky Kakwe. Karibuni.
Kabisa, always a pleasure to be with you, Sky.
Don't even mention it.
Again, what do you do? What is your secret? Why do you always look?
Wacha.
How do you do it?
Si useme umewacha.
I've stopped.
Thank you. How have you been, Kitty?
Good. I've been good. Really excited. Nimekuwa nafikiria about this episode because there's some things that I want to find out. You know, things that it takes to be a writer. You know, Leo, we're going deep, guys. We're going deep. We're not just we're talking about the inspiration behind the words.
Yes.
You know, why the words are the way they are, why these ones, and why you are not allowed to do Kiswahili or your own language. Because the writer's not about it. I'm an So today we're talking about from script to stage.
Yes.
The writer behind the words.
The words.
And we are here with none other than
Martin Abuya.
Wait, one more time. Again.
You see, third time's the charm.
Yes.
Always a pleasure to have you.
Always a pleasure to come back. I've been watching the past episodes we've done.
Yeah.
Feedback is good. Definitely the Curtain Call podcast is catching on.
Yes.
So I'm happy to be here once again. Msichoke kunita, by the way. It shows something.
Anajitanga returning guest.
I'm a return guest.
But it's always a pleasure to have you. Absolutely love the energy that you bring. And today, today it's going to be interesting.
Yes.
It is going to be
Okay.
I don't know, should we kickstart things already, Emma?
Before we kickstart, make sure that you have subscribed to the Curtain Call Podcast. Finya hiyo button sahi. Twende kazi. Yes.
And what else? I'm learning this thing. Drop a comment. Remember to share with your friends. In case you have anything that you want to ask, just ask Bali.
Ushasema.
So,
on
a writer. Today we're not calling you director. We're calling you writer.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And one of the things, I don't know how true this is. I don't know, and I don't know how good a step it is to start it from.
Would you want to start with a rumor or falsehood? You sure you want to start this episode that way?
You will tell me whether it's a rumor or a falsehood. But that writers can be very emotional individuals.
It's true. And I like that you're a truthful man. Actually, I think they're very, very, very emotional people. It's all that sometimes we do not like to show it. So we write it down. But if you give us a chance to also express ourselves, we're very emotive people because, again, you have to bring it out from, for you to bring it out on paper, 45 pages, 60 pages, that means you're bearing your soul out. So naturally, we're very emotional people. Kwa relationship, hakuna gray area. Nitakwambia tu. I'll voice. Nitakwambia tu. Mi nitasema.
If you're getting into that with a writer, just but it's always an amazing thing because then there's a genuineness that comes with it, and there's a genuineness that also articulates itself in the writing as well. Before we go too far, we're looking at Martin Abuya as a writer. You've told us about being a director.
Yeah.
We've talked about the state of theatre in Kenya.
Oh yeah, the first episode. Wow.
First time.
Yeah.
But today we want to look at you and we want you to show us a certain side that we haven't seen.
Okay.
And off the bat, just tell us, when did you, or how did you pick up the pen?
At what point?
When did it start?
When did it start?
Yeah.
Let me see. So this goes way back to primary school, yeah? So back in the day, my mom was a literature teacher, yeah? And she had specialized in literature. So she had all these books lying around, yeah? Man of the People, by Chinua Achebe, all these great writers, African writers.
Yes.
I read Trufena the City Nurse at what age. All those books were just lying around, yeah?
Yeah.
So I used to just read them for fun.
Okay.
Yeah, and I must also say that my immediate tunafuata naitwaje, my big brother, yeah, I'm his immediate follower. He's also good in composition writing back in the day, and I picked that from him. He used to write very, very good compositions back in the day. Bas zetu ndo zilikuwa zinasomwa mbele ya watu even in assemblies, because your time tunaandika proverbs kama titles. Watu wanaandika the day I'll never forget, kila mtu like 10 people wameandika hivyo kama title. Mimi niko hapo, still waters run deep. Class 5. Kuna siku nimeandika hapo title promiscuity. Class 6. Like, this guy's on the right track. Yeah. So
the reading show.
So it showed. It showed, and I think that slowly cultivated my interest for writing.
Yeah.
But script writing started in high school. So we had a very active drama club in high school, and so we had all these inter-house competitions. And once I discovered that I loved doing this, that's when I started writing them. And it could get to a point whereby even our school chaplain at the time would call me out of preps, call me to his office. Privileges kidogo hapa, we're drinking tea, watoko preps.
Wow.
And then have some mandazi hapa, and then so tomorrow I'm preaching, this is enemy. Could you come up with something before then?
Wow.
I'm looking at the time and it's less than 24 hours. This is nani. So many of those scripts that I don't even remember where some of those stories or scripts are. Yeah, and that is where it all started. And I remember the highlight of it all, there's a play I wrote called Without a Conscience. That's from 3. It's a house drama festival. And our drama teacher happened to invite all these adjudicators who are well known in the industry. So that play scooped all the awards: best writer, best director, best actor, all those awards you can imagine. We had so many trophies. Then one of the adjudicators is a writer, actually still a writer and a theatre critic called Anthony Njagi. I decided to do an article about it. On the papers. Before you know it, I'm on the papers. I'm being pulled out of class by all these journalists just to do articles about me, about my writing. But there's one newspaper, I don't think it's there anymore, but I still have the cutout that had it say Lil Shakespeare. Wow.
And you pretty much, as a writer, being associated as such with that.
Exactly. And I remember that time we went back home. My brother and I were in the same school. Now my immediate follower. We're in the same school. So we're going back home. The certificates is taking home top-ins maths contest. He's topped in like 5 or 4 maths contests. Zangu na letters za theater hapa best in But now my folks were equally as happy for both of us, we're excelling in different spheres. There's also excelling in me, but just this side more than the other side at that time.
It was everything
So
your heart for.
when he saw that, I remember my dad's reaction seeing Little Shakespeare, and he asked me a question. That was in Form 3. Do you want to pursue this further, or is this your is this your career path, or is this a direction you want to take? So at that time I was a bit skeptical because you can't really at that time I was like, can you really live off this? So of course I went into doing IT afterwards, but I was still doing theater. But now so I just had to be very strategic about it. So that's where the writing began. Long story short,
It's amazing because go on.
I'm curious. At that point,
you do look curious.
yeah,
I can see the question all over her face.
when you were in Form 3, when your dad asked you if this is what you want to pursue, and you eventually did IT. Before that, I mean, we all have these childhood dreams. I want to be a pilot. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a neurosurgeon.
You went there.
Yeah.
You went
What
there.
was
Wow.
yours?
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
In primary school, I wanted to be a doctor because then I had this uncle of mine who kept calling me doctor. So it's stuck in. So people at home, shags, wherever, used to call me a doctor. Until I went to Form 1 and discovered there's something called chemistry. Let me not even talk about physics. Chemistry, the mole concept. And it's one of those subjects that you're required to do this thing.
Compulsory subject if you want to do that.
I said, it's okay. But because I was better at history, computer studies, all those other things. Hey, but now those things that mattered for me to become. But I love biology. It was only chemistry and physics that was a problem for me at that time. So I said,
Do I really
do
have
I really have to? Do I? No, I don't really have to. Yeah. So, to answer your question. So, because doctor. But you see, the beauty about theater is I've played those roles on stage.
A win is a win.
A win is a win. So,
wow.
because in primary school, at some point, I wanted to become a priest. I've been a priest on stage. Actually, one of the best roles I've played.
You wanted to become a priest?
Imagine.
A priest?
In primary school.
We'll get back there.
Become a priest at some point. So,
We'll have a round table.
So the first time I wore that cassock, it's called a cassock, we got the original one. We went and bought E04. They were doing back when I was in uni. And I really loved being in character, just doing all those things, because I'd spent my life just, coping, imitation is some serious form of flattery to seeing what these guys are doing, and so it's something that came so naturally, like, hey, guys walking up to me saying, "You sure this is on? You sure you've not been a priest before?" So I've got to play all those roles on stage.
I've gotten to be all this. And those are some of the opportunities or the chances of being an actor. And writing, because maybe. How do I frame this? Starting out in primary school, you say you started out with especially reading. How instrumental has reading been for you? How instrumental would you say reading has been for you in terms of culture and building you up?
I don't want to give our audience a lot of pressure. I wouldn't want to call myself also an avid reader, by the way, because I'm very particular to what I read. So back then it was purely literature, specifically African literature. We'll edit that. African literature. And I was very, I had a bias towards that. Because even right now, you wouldn't find me reading anything else if it's not African literature. Or if I expand outside that circle, it has to be it will probably be a script. Probably be reading something by George Bernard Shaw, Henry Gibson. The Othellos of the scripts, the Othellos of this world, Hamlet, The Merchant of Venice. Okay, I'm telling my age, but An Enemy of the People. Shreds of Tenderness. It has to be. If it's not in dialogue format for me, so I wouldn't tell you, right now I'm reading this. If it's not in script format, I find it quite hard. And if it's not African literature, Yeah, so I have a bias,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't call myself an avid reader. I don't have a book collection that I'd say, this is what, no.
You have a strict collection that you've written.
Yeah.
Avid writer.
Interesting.
And writing, I should I say that I write? I don't. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You write SMSs.
I write.
Oh, wow.
I prompts.
Yeah, still a writer.
There's inspiration that comes. Very urgent need that needs to be addressed for me to write. But let's talk about before a writing goes to stage. Okay.
Yeah.
Just how much work and transformation takes place from the very inception of the idea. How do you start?
There's so many ways. It's happened differently, and I can talk about each and every script has its own story about how it started. Yeah, but sometimes it starts with an idea, something I've seen.
Yeah.
Or it can even be, I can pick anything, the most randomest of things, and make a story out of it. So it just starts with an idea, and they build it in my mind. Yeah. So I storyboard first. Yeah.
Okay.
So I pick something, or I've watched a movie, and it can even start from a line I've had. So I'll write it down and say, one day I'll use this. Or something that happened in my own life, because they say actors or writers rather will always leave traces of their own personal lives in every script they do. So sometimes people wonder, in this script, is there something?
Where is it?
But there's always something. There'll be traces. Even I sometimes don't even know that it's happening, but there'll always be traces.
Yeah.
So inspiration comes from anywhere. Even then, I can just decide to do something about a podcast, and it just comes from anywhere. And there's a story that can come
Interesting.
And then so after that.
I'm curious to know, you've said that you pick ideas, you randomly write something and you find that you've used it. How do you know that as an idea is strong enough to be a whole script?
That's a very interesting question. Most of the time, sometimes you wouldn't really know. But if you find yourself thinking about it and it's making you smile by yourself, there's something. There's something there. Sometimes the people think, is this a mad guy? You just find yourself just smiling alone. You're seated in traffic. People are looking at you and thinking, this guy's talking to himself. Sometimes they don't know that at that particular moment an idea just came in fresh, hot and fresh. You have to write it down. Sometimes the tragedy is if you have nowhere to write at that particular point, or you tell yourself, I'll remember, trust me, 10 minutes later,
it's gone.
Poof. It's gone.
But how does the mind work? Why does the brain tell us that you've forgotten something, but it can't tell us what exactly you've forgotten?
It knows that you've forgotten.
I mean, if you know I've forgotten, why are you not telling me what I have forgotten?
That's your job.
Okay.
And I know that feeling because I have had it. I have notes. One note on my phone. That's the work. Like something comes. Because I know. And sometimes I don't know whether you had this, but back in high school we used to write letters a lot.
I almost deviated towards that and said no, because I did write and I was quite good as well. But
I wrote to date. I still write letters. Yes.
Unazitumanga wapi? Na nani?
Kidogo niseme, I hope not to high schoolers. Kasema that's a very dangerous joke. Wow.
Wow. Indeed. Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, but you're writing letters,
When I don't know whether you do this sometimes, but when...
No, she used to receive letters.
And I loved receiving letters. Why? Because I was one of the...
I loved writing them.
I was one of the girls that didn't care about letters. So I would love receiving them because my friends were eager for me to receive so that they'd check and read. And there was this one guy, I won't mention, okay, let me just mention the school. No, I won't. There was this guy who would write polished English. Like his letters were on point. Like I would receive the letter. They come and they're like, "There's a letter for you, Sky," you know. And my friends will jump for it and read, and then I'll be the last person. It's my letter, but I'm the last person to read. And I'll be like,
where is he right now? Imagine he did all that without AI.
no, that guy was
chat.
good.
Yeah.
He was. I think he was a poet because everything was poetic. The flow, like, I mean, if we were given more time to be together, I think I would have fallen in love with him. Only that I fall in love with physical. I'm not a long distance person, so zilikuwa tu zinaishia hapo kwa letter, but wherever you are.
So your fault was you're in the wrong school. If you was dedicated, I mean, where's the dedication? Where is this?
You know,
Just transfer. How hard is transferring schools for the love of your life? I mean, men out here, man.
Oh my God.
That's a red flag.
And then the beauty of it was that he wasn't writing on plain paper, like boring paper. No, he would write on well-decorated paper. It would come smelling nice. I'd be like, this guy.
I honestly
had one job.
I honestly feel like he still has a shot. Listening to how Sky is speaking about this guy, just come and write. You're clearly in the wrong place. You're probably unhappy.
Probably watching this right now and thinking, "Oh my days."
But probably he'll come back now. He has an accent from where.
No, let's be honest. I don't know the chances that he might end up watching this episode, but I kind of stumbled upon his profile sometime. I remember my time. So let's move on.
I think we've been answered.
So it's about when like an idea comes to mind, and then it tries to run away. So I used to do this thing when an idea comes to mind and I'm writing it, and I'm writing, but I was writing something else, which was pretty much already farmed up. I'll find a way to throw that idea in there
Forcefully.
and then carry on, and then I'll come back and I'll place it where it's supposed to come, because I hardly ever wrote like once and finish. I don't know whether that's something that you usually do.
In my case, it happens differently, or it's never that happens as well, because I remember one of my favorite scripts. It's called "Till Something Do Us Part," which is going to be featured again at the Kenya International Theatre Festival. So awesome. I had that story in mind for years. Then one day, one of my good friends called Michael Umuga, in past life, just told me, hey, we need a script. And I told him, I have an idea in mind. So I just had notes. I'd scribbled notes, like 10 lines only. So I told him, when can I have the script? I told him tomorrow. He said, are you kidding? I said, no, I'll have it tomorrow. So in that case, that one took me a day just because I had it in mind. So sometimes I can have the story, but it takes me longer to write compared to some story that I can do it in a day. So like there was a play again few weeks back, The Last Confession. That one took me a while to finish because again you have the story, but sometimes you just find yourself not moving. Then of course there's always the writer's block.
That was something I was about to ask about.
Let me tell you, and that happened to me during COVID.
How do you deal with that?
How
do you handle that? How do you? Because I have.
You just have to write. You just have to force yourself to write. And I'll never make that mistake again of taking a break from all this. Because getting out of that was a problem. And now my current producer just told me, hey, Martin, you've been doing plays. I want a script from you for the next play we're doing. And he kept on insisting, So I kept on hearing his voice over and over again. And I got back to writing. The Homecoming. And there's him, and there's also one of my very good friends called Ezekiel Mackenzie. I'd just like to give him a shout out at this point. he always there's this thing he'll always tell, hey man's when he beast. Hey man's when he beast. Yeah, and you keep on saying it. Hey. So in that guy, whatever you write, I'll write a sentence. Hey, that is profound. Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
And someone else, a very good friend of mine, who also pushed me into. I wouldn't mention names right now.
Yeah.
But I know she'll watch this episode.
Yeah.
Niwewe. Acha tu nikwambie niwewe.
Oh, wow.
And I thank you for all that support. Niwewe. Najua utawatch niwewe. Yeah. And and having that support system is also very good.
Yeah.
Because it pushes you to, come out of that shell, come out of that, nini that you were in, and people telling you what you're doing is good. But not every script you write will be a hit. There's also that, yeah, and that's very scary.
Talking of pushing, what y'all don't know is that at some point I was a writer as well. At some point. He's interested to hear that part. Come on. It was in high school, and I started in Form 1. Okay? So I had a, when you go to high school, you're used to primary school where all of you know each other. You probably belong to the same, And then you get to high school, now kuna watu wa kutoka Kisumu. There are people now smarter than even you. You thought you were the smartest. You just find kuna wengine wajanja kukuliko. And mnaletwa nyinyi wote. So I was taken to a stream and my deskmate was, I'd say, rich kid. Let me use. I was in a purely girls' school, by the way. Wacha tu niseme, I'm a Machakos Girls alumni. Where Sarah Hassan came from, Allah.
It's out there. It's out there.
I mean, yeah. So when I was taken to Form 1 Red, my deskmate, shout out if you're watching this, she was known as Chelsea. Yeah. And Chelsea had this beautiful English. Me as Kizungu. What do you mean? This girl could speak and I'm like, damn, kwani mimi ni wa wapi? Where am I from?
Machakos.
Yeah. So yali kwa ile category ya wa Nairobi. Watu wa Nairobi. You get the hype. And Chelsea used to loved reading.
Okay.
And she loved stories. She loved novels. Kulikuwa na hizi movies Vampires, Midnights, Vampire Diaries, Midnights, what? All of those, she would talk about that, and she would also write something. And she started writing something that had a role called Chelsea. Like the main character was herself, Chelsea. So one time she tells me, you can write too. And I'm like, what do you mean? Challenge. Told me, take this counter book. Start writing. I'm also writing on the other side. Do you know that's how I ended up writing a book that was circulating from Form 1 to Form 4? Like people would ask, umeandika pages ngapi? Nipe nikasome hizo, nitakurudishia. And now you find that it's a queue. The title of my book, because I wrote book 1, book 2, and I was finishing high school when I'm in book 3. Where those books went? The book 1, I gave some typewriter, some person to go and type it, and even really poteanga. So it was called the Whirlwind Affairs. So what pushed me was every time somebody would be like, umeandika, umeandika. Like, hiyo nini ya, oh, you guys actually love this. Yeah. Oh, so niko na kakitu. All right, sawa, let me go. Wacha niendelee.
You should be our guests. Hey, we're discovering new things.
Damn.
Do you know that we had another writer here?
Well,
Actually, if you could probably get them and have them published.
Yeah.
And then write a story.
that's the problem, getting them. I honestly don't know where they were, where they are.
Yeah.
Well, I do have the storyline, but it's a bit distorted in my head, but well.
Get a pen.
Yeah.
No,
That's the thing. Just grab a pen.
Oof.
Grab a pen.
Yeah.
So, question. Do you get nerves when you know that whatever it is that you are writing is to be put out there? Because I'm imagining, especially being an emotional individual, then or feeling things, not necessarily, let me not say emotional,
Yes.
but being very attuned with your emotions, it can feel very, very risky, especially what if they don't like it?
Yeah.
Because it feels like it's not an affront on the writing, it feels like it is an affront to you as a person.
Exactly. And That happens every time. If the first show is on a Friday or Saturday, the hours or the moments before are usually nerve-wracking for me. It's not something I let on easily or something you'd catch on easily, but those people who are extremely close to me would know. It gets to a point that I rarely even eat on that particular day, especially on the fast. I'd eat in the morning before I leave the house, but during the day, just before the fast show, my nerves are all over the place. I can't even sit down and think about food at that time because I want to see the reception. Because that's the first,
Accept it, so
and after the first night, that's it. I know now. Okay, we have a show. Yeah, no matter how many times you'll tell me during rehearsal that this is good, or I just want to hear the audience perspective because probably my actors are biased or they just need to say that because they do not want to hurt my feelings at that particular point. Yes.
And how do you deal with this? Do you just like talk yourself out of it, or do you have like a ritual? Something, nothing cultic.
Yeah.
Not that we'll judge, that you do to handle this, to tell yourself, hey, you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, so there's nothing cultic, but there's always a phone call I usually make. It's either it comes in a phone call or a message sometimes. Somebody will remember that today's your first show. So there's that happens, or I'll take a walk. If it's the Kenya National Theatre, I'll take a walk. I don't know if people pick this up, but I usually take a walk.
No, now I'm relating.
Yeah.
We'll just see him.
I'll just take a walk. I'll just take a walk. Just take a walk around. So to just, it helps me calm myself down. So I'll take a walk. So if you're keen enough next time, you'll realize just before the first show, we know what's going on. There's a moment I'll just disappear and have a bit of alone time.
That's true.
For me that helps. But it's not that you can change much at that particular point.
That's it. We are here.
But it's my process.
Committed.
But if I were going on stage, there's something I used to do which I picked from one of my favorite series of all time, Grey's Anatomy. So they talk about having the Superman pose, where you do this just before they go in for surgery. There are doctors. Just before they go in for surgery, one of the doctors used to do that. So in your mind, you're having the superhero mindset just before you go in on stage. For them, it was surgery. So for me, it was on stage. So I do that pose, breathe in, breathe out. Then I let out my hands like this. Then I just do one lap backstage, then I get in. Conditions yourself, superhero mentality. Go in, let's do this. When they can't see.
Nice. It's interesting to hear about how especially being a writer, getting to hear from your perspective. It's refreshing, to be very much honest. Before Sky goes, word choice. What goes into selecting the words that you use? Certain phrases, certain lines.
I think.
How do you come up with them, and what makes you say, by the way, this is it?
I think it's learning your audience. Sometimes you write for the audience. Sometimes you also, largely we know our audience. You know the demographic. We already know who comes to watch this plays. Certain age, certain background. And current affairs. What's happening right now? I know if I drop this, it will be relatable right now. If I say this, your age is showing. You get. So you have to always keep yourself abreast with the current times to also know, I can use this now, I can't use this is something that people no longer, people no longer subscribe to or reference. So you have to always, know what's happening around you. Definitely. Every other time.
Interesting.
And I'm led to ask about something else, but let's go.
No, go.
I hope you're not putting me on the spot.
Please
do.
because
not in the manner that you expect. There's this play that we did.
Okay, you're putting me on the spot.
Your award winning
Wow.
by the guys. That's the kind of white that we're talking
Flight
about.
1963.
Flight 1963 was an amazing play.
Yeah.
A risky one.
Yeah, extremely risky.
A risky one. But, and I know we're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this sometime. Another time we're talking about theater and social impact. This play, what was it for you? In a nutshell, do not preempt the next episode because I'm already thinking I want to bring you in. For that episode. So really, just give us the play so that we can.
Okay.
When we get there.
I am biased towards doing plays that directly speak to, current affairs. So political satire will always feature, whether directly or indirectly. Even if you're doing a romantic play, I'll find something to just throw in there just to make sure people are politically conscious. Because one, I'm a student of history, a very good student of history, and two, I'm very passionate about what happens in our country, not just Kenya. I'll read widely on other nations or other democracies just to find out how they're doing. I'll be that guy following American elections, South African elections, or whichever just random country somewhere. That's just to know the dynamics of what's happening. But back home now, that's like times 10. And sometimes I'll throw in something there and people are like, when did this happen? So I got that a lot when we were doing Flight 1963. I was taking guys through a journey from 1963 when we got independence to, informal political satire and a lot of symbolism and, just to show that this plane is here to take off. We're in 2025.
We still haven't.
We're on the runway, and worse off, at least that back then when the runway and the plane was intact. Right now, I don't even think we have the landing gears or even a pilot. Okay, so probably we do. I don't know.
It's tough. It's tough.
So probably we have a pilot and a co-pilot, and probably they were trained to pilot Cessnas.
Probably.
But now Kenya is an Airbus A380 or A350. They have no certification to fly
tough,
that.
Man. How do we handle that?
I don't know. Probably let's just get someone who can fly an Airbus.
Can we just do that? Can we?
Can we just do that? And
because then again, when writing, something like this, and when writing something that, say for example, for a fact it will put you in possible situations. And it's not necessarily just that, but it could be things that touch on certain pain points in society. The previous play that was just shown, the anointed Qatar. You see, some what is running through your mind? What are you processing? And are you writing from? Yes, you do say that there are bits and pieces, traces of yourself that you need, but for something that is very much home.
Let me answer that with a very interesting story. The anointed Qatar pushed it. We had done Severed Justice. We had done The Waiting Room. Severed Justice was talking about the police brutality at that time that was happening in the protest. Then The Waiting Room touched on, the state of healthcare, SHIF, all these things. Then Flight 1963. Then now we went door to the anointed Qatar. Religion and the state. As soon as we were done with that play, I remember getting a text from my dad telling me, my son, I know what you're trying to do, but cowards live longer.
Oh, wow.
It's true.
Yep.
True.
He said it outright, but
true.
Cowards live longer.
It is very, very true.
So, and that informed the next production that we did, Fractured Ties. We toned it down, but I remember I still threw in one or two things just to make sure we remind these people we are following you. We are taking a break, but Then that break was short-lived because the last confession now came guns blazing, right through the jugular. We put the judiciary on that stage,
Boom.
and we told them, we know what you guys are doing, and you're one arm of government that's also failing us. Yeah, we need you to step up.
Yeah.
So, but I still remember those words that cowards live longer.
And when something like that, when you do something like that,
Yeah.
what kind of effect does it have on you? When you're writing?
I'll always go back to one quote I'll always love, and I keep on saying this a lot. Everyone has a role to play in the drama of life. This is my role. Just let me play it, and it's a legacy I want to leave behind. Yeah. And I want to finish strong. Yeah. What will people remember you for years to come, or when people read about you or talk about you?
Yeah.
Like, this guy made us proud. Back in 40 years ago, we used to have a very bold, prolific writer who used to write about all these things.
This and that.
Yeah, and it would be so nice if one day people are studying your work. Later on, when I'm in my 80s or 90s, being called to just comment about, the state of the country at that time.
When
When that was happening, how things were you not scared, things like that. Because these stories have to be told. Yeah, I know cowards live longer, but sometimes we need that, we need a renaissance. I'm awake and alive to that fact.
Yeah.
And are we making a difference? Yeah, we are making a difference. Yeah, it could be a drop in an ocean,
but it's worthwhile.
It's worthwhile. Yeah.
And that's the thing about about being a writer and having that mindset and that perspective, because it's not so much about getting such a huge change. It's, if I have written this thing and so much as gets to one person, my job is done.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking for. I'd be a failure if it doesn't change just one person. If it does, I don't need to change 100. The rest will come.
Interesting.
I want to go ahead and talk so much more, because there's so much.
Again, I know your producer is telling you it's time. Yeah.
Producer anatufinyia time.
Come on, man. I think we need to make these things episode. This episode's a bit long.
Yeah.
Because vile tunawachwa kuna venye, but all the same.
But I would, as the producer is telling us about time, I'm very curious. You have written scripts and scripts and scripts. How do you feel as a writer while another production with another director takes your script and does the same? Because we've had, Drum Sock doing the waiting room and so many other scripts.
It's always a bittersweet moment. Sometimes you're feeling there's you're missing out. Like I should have been here, but that's a bit of it about it. But it's more sweet when you see your work being directed by someone else. And Matsu, a very prolific director, like Yushi's mentioned Strathmore Drama Society. Shout out to Nick Mudama, very, very, very good director. Actually the best in this game. When you see him trying to bring out your your scripts to life, and he has a totally different vision, or he's seen it totally different from everything is just different from how you'd done it previously, and or how you envisioned it, and you're like, okay, wow. And the reception, guys, it comes, it's given. It's profound.
Awesome.
It's profound.
And do you feel that as a writer, writers are often unseen? You just write and it's the actors bringing what you've written to life. I asked the same in the previous episode that we did of directing Chaos. So do you feel that writers are appreciated enough?
I used to do a lot of plays. I was on stage. But it got to a point where I knew I was increasingly feeling that I need to be behind the scenes, not me. And when I tell you guys I'm shy, I'm actually saying the truth. So nowadays I'm actually comfortable. I'm at home being behind the scenes. It gets to a point that even if you don't call me for the curtain call, I'll be very okay. I just want to, be the guy behind the shadows and say that, okay, yeah, these guys loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like being behind the scenes.
Awesome.
So, parting shots.
No,
As we
before the
close.
parting shot. No, we
I think we need
cannot.
to do a parting
No,
shot this
yes,
Yeah.
but we cannot do a parting shot.
Yeah.
We have talked about everything writer, but we forgot to mention the key point. Martin is not just a writer, an award-winning writer.
That's part of the plan.
No, we have to really.
Yeah,
Question that was coming in
Yeah,
is
yeah.
at that time.
yeah.
At that time. That moment when you actually get to see, my work has been recognized. Not just by my audience,
Yeah.
but by my peers as well.
That was
How was that?
that was a surreal moment. We were surrounded by the who is who in theatre that time. I remember, especially particularly where we had sat in that theatre, and every time I turned, I was seeing all these known names and all these things. It was a very competitive category.
Yeah.
So when I had my name, I just sat there still for a whole cool 5 seconds before just to take it. I didn't even know what to say because there's that acceptance speech.
Yeah.
I can't remember to date what I said, but it was a good moment. It was a good feeling. Then I came out there saying, we've conquered Kenya, yeah?
Yeah.
So what next? A Tony Award, perhaps?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So be it.
Yeah.
Right.
The sky's the limit. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you see that's a dream I have.
Yeah.
Because now we've conquered Kenya.
Yeah.
I may get it again, may not get it again.
Yeah.
I want to get it again.
Yeah.
But now I'm going for a Tony Award because that's the Oscars for that's equivalent of an Oscar.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Terrific. Wow. Told you guys this was going to be deep. I mean, it's been fun. It's a different kind of fun. And I know from wherever it is you're listening or watching this one from. And hey, you have something that you want to write. Just grab a pen.
Yeah.
Grab a pen. Put it down. People will watch that.
Yeah.
People will listen. Yeah. And on that note, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mato.
Thank you. Thank you for having me yet again.
To be here. And I think this is such an amazing side of you that we've gotten to see, to interact with. And I am hoping that we'll get to see you more. Definitely we'll have you again because there's something we need to talk about.
Yes.
And if you can, we'll talk to you maybe about more writers who can come and talk about that. But as of now, Sky,
Yes.
tuambie ni wapi tutatupata.
And today you were looking all Patelish. Keithia Patel. Oh my goodness. All right, it's the outfit for me.
Thank you.
Guys, make sure that you follow us on our social media pages. That is at Igiza_arts on Instagram, X, that is TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. Make sure that you're subscribing at Igiza Arts Production on YouTube and you're subscribing to this particular the Curtain Call podcast, sorry. Yes. I was your co-host Sky Kakwe and my host
Kennedy Kithia, thank you so much, and I cannot wait to have the next episode and see you.
Ooh.
Ama namna gani? Make sure you tune in. Usalimie bana. Come on.
Adios.
Mwandike.